メジャーリーグ東京開幕シリーズ第2戦のドジャース対カブスの試合はドジャースが6対3で勝利し2連勝で終えました。ドジャースは佐々木朗希投手がメジャー公式戦初先発を果たし、3回被安打1失点1奪三振3でマウンドを降り、大谷翔平選手からは今シーズン待望の第1号が第3打席で飛び出し、東京ドームからは割れんばかりの大歓声が上がっていました。試合後の現地放送を早速翻訳してお届けいたします。
Welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers. I'm John Hartung alongside Jerry Hairston Jr., Adrian Gonzalez. Top of the morning to all of you out there. Yes, we are running on fumes. It has been a long couple of nights for us, but Dodgers not running on fumes at all. They finish off a sweep of the Tokyo series over the Chicago Cubs, and the fans got to see what they wanted for the second straight night. Jerry, they saw Roki Sasaki, did have some command issues, but boy, the arm was absolutely electric, and Shohei gave the fans what they wanted to see as well with that home run.
Yeah, first and foremost, Roki Sasaki, you see what we all saw. Great fastball. The command was an issue, 5 walks, but the offense led by Shohei Ohtani, who went big fly. He wasn't allowed out of the country unless he hit home run. He did that, and now he can fly back to the United States.
Yeah, the Dodgers offense came out, hit the 3 home runs, great home run. Sasaki, great electric fastball. The command wasn't out there, good forkball there behind it. And then you have the bullpen come in and do their job. Just a great overall series, great win. Now they have a happy flight back, great time in Japan. All around.
They took care of business, and Shohei Ohtani hit his first home run of 2025, and he's standing by at the Tokyo Dome with Kirsten Watson.
Shohei, you guys have talked about just how special this is. Yesterday, you mentioned the nerves you felt in this series. Today, Roki Sasaki made his major league debut. How did he handle the moment?
個人的には今日の方がリラックスはできましたし、朗希も難しい中でよく踏ん張ってたんじゃないかなと思うので、勝ちのチャンスを最後まで残してくれるような粘り強いピッチングだったなと思います。
With the home run, you always said that you wanted to put on a show for the fans here. You had your first home run of the season. Just how did it feel to do that, to share it with these fans?
もうちょっと行くかなと思ったんですけど、ギリギリになってちょっともうちょっと行ってほしかったなっていうのがあれでしたけど、打てたことが嬉しいですし、いい投手から東京でね打てたということが良かったなと思います。
This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for your teammates to play here opening day in Tokyo. What was it like sharing this with your teammates, and how special just was this for you personally?
球場でもそうですし、球場外でも日本の雰囲気を楽しんでもらえたなら嬉しいかなと思いますし、何より2勝できたので、いいリズムでまたアメリカでの試合に向けて頑張りたいなと思います。
Congratulations on the win, Shohei.
And Jerry, we had talked on the pregame show about Shohei Ohtani admitting after last night's game that before his first at-bat yesterday, he was feeling nervous, something he hadn't really felt before his entire career. You knew he wanted to put on a show for the fans there in Japan, and tonight, to nobody's surprise, he did what we expected him to do, and that was to go deep.
I'm so glad that Shohei, really since he's been over here, has been very forthright and honest. And last night he did say that. Listen, I was nervous. That's good for kids to hear. It's okay to be nervous. The best athlete in the world gets nervous, still goes out and performs, and then tonight he goes out there and really puts on a show, finally gets something he can handle, drives it barely over the wall. Hey, it's a home run. It counts. Good for Shohei, good for the Dodgers, and really good for everybody there in Japan to see it.
100%. No, it was just, you are allowed to be nervous. I mean, I think we all get nervous when, you're in the situation like Shohei is, being in Tokyo, being in Japan, in front of the entire country there. And you know what? But he's able to settle down. He's able to get a pitch. He doesn't get many strikes. He's kind of starting to get that Barry Bonds treatment. He doesn't get a lot of strikes, and when he does exactly this right here. He puts a great swing on it. He's got the tremendous power we all know, and he hits the ball out of the ballpark. And, he expected this ball to go a little bit further, but guess what? It still goes over the fence. That's all you need. And like you said, I think you said it great, Jerry. The kids need to hear this. It's okay to be nervous, but you know what? Once you get into it, put your best swing on the ball.
And you know that Roki Sasaki was probably feeling those same kind of nerves making his Major League debut back home in Japan, Adrian. First 4 pitches he threw tonight or today in this game, triple digits. showed the electric stuff. Yes, he did battle through some command issues, but boy, you can tell the potential for Roki Sasaki is immense.
100%, yeah. His stuff, it was electric, and you can see where the stuff is. I mean, we've seen it before. This isn't the first time, you know, we are witnessing this, but his stuff is just so good. He's got the fastball that has ride, it has extra life. He's got that fork ball, and he's got a slider that can also be really good behind it. So he's got 3 really good pitches, and with that fastball, everything plays. And so for him to be able to just go out there and attack hitters, obviously today, you know, the nerves came in once he started to kind of get a little bit of a feel with that fastball. Never really got that command going. So the first inning was really good to see, and then after that it was shaky, but his stuff, that electric stuff, is what was able to allow him to get through it.
Listen, Eric Karros made a really good point. There was a situation there, obviously gets the bases loaded and then walks in a run. He did have 5 walks on the night, but he was able to bear down and get the next 2 outs. That is huge. That tells me something, that even though he's not feeling it, he found a way to limit the damage, and that is key. He could build from the start, and moving forward, he won't be as nervous. He's not. He won't be as nervous. Sure, the first night he'll perform or try to take them out of Dodger Stadium, there will be some nerves, but he can build from this start. I'm sure on the plane ride over there, when they do wake up, because they're probably going to be sleeping a lot, they're going to have a nice little talk with him, whether it's Shohei Ohtani, Yamamoto, say, listen, man, you're going to build from this and continue to get better. The stuff is there and the want to, too. So I expect big things from Roki.
All right, let's get right to the highlights. Game 2 of this quick 2-game series in Japan at the Tokyo Dome, with Roki Sasaki making his Major League debut. But first, it's Shohei Ohtani starting things off against the Cubs.
Wasted no time, went right after the first pitch and almost hit this ball out.
It's just not carrying that well right there. I thought he had enough wood on it to get it out. Didn't even get to the wall.
It's Jerry's called shot for this game. Bottom of the first, here he is, Roki, facing Ian Happ. He gets a fly ball, 100-mile-an-hour fastball. And Michael Conforto has it. And how about this? Roki's first Major League strikeout comes against his fellow countryman, Seiya Suzuki.
I love the fact that he challenged him at 99 miles an hour, 3-2 pitch, sitting on fastball, still gets it by him.
99 miles an hour takes care of Suzuki. A good start to the game for Sasaki. Kyle Tucker up there to Andy Pages. That one's harmless. And it was a quick 1-2-3 first inning.
Yeah, I love the fact that he went 11 pitches first inning. You know, he went after the hitters. Just here it is, and, you know, that was a great start to his career.
Top of the second, Will Smith walked, and then Max Muncy rips a double to right. And with this, Muncy becomes the 4th player in Major League history to have base hits in 5 different countries.
Traveling man, Max Muncy. Are you not entertained? Gets a hanging breaking ball right there, a little lefty-on-lefty crime. Does that step-back move, which I love. It gives some rhythm and timing. Really good swing there.
So the Dodgers are in business for Kike Hernandez, and that ball gets away. Scores Will Smith.
Sometimes catchers are trying to get too pretty with the pitch framing, and, you know, instead of just making sure you catch the ball.
And then Kike does the job. The fly ball to center will bring in Muncy to make it 2-0.
Outstanding job there by Kike. Execution. Find a way to tally runs right there. Gets a sac fly. 2-0 Dodgers.
But in the bottom of the second, we start to see Sasaki battling those command issues, facing Michael Busch to start it with a 4-pitch walk.
Just off the zone, but he was missing arm side quite a bit today.
And then with 1 on, 1 outs, that's ball 4 to Dansby Swanson.
You wonder why you throw a breaking ball 3-1. He's trying to get a feel of any pitch to throw a strike. Here, a line drive right there. Miggy Rowe doing his thing.
That's a double play ball, so Sasaki gets out of a jam. We go to the third. Adrian, your called shot was Tommy Edman, and Tommy Tanks delivers.
Yeah, you know, going into that called shot, we know that Justin Steele likes that high fastball, and we know Tommy Edman can get on top of a high fastball, and he was able to deliver with that right there. Gets on top of that high fastball, and I've seen him do this a couple times before.
Kids, model that swing right there. That is as good as it gets from Tommy Edman.
Bottom of the inning, 1 out for Sasaki, and this is the only hit he would give up. Infield base hit to John Birdie.
Yeah, that's a swinging bunt there. Obviously, Max playing back, really no chance.
But then he bitten by the base on balls. Ian Happ walks.
The Cubs hitters did a great job of laying off that fork ball and saying, we don't want to swing at this. We force them to throw strikes.
Suzuki walks as well.
That's one thing. Big league lineups, man, they figure out once they have a read on what you're trying to do, they're going to make you come in that strike zone.
And it's a bases loaded walk. So he walks 3 in a row, forces in a run to make it 3-1. And then at this point, it felt like he found something because he comes back and gets the next 2 guys, beginning with Michael Busch.
Outstanding fastball there, away, gotten that fastball we talk about. Sometimes you may not have it, but you figure out a way to find a way to get out of a jam. That showed a lot to me.
A couple of strikeouts to limit the damage to just that 1 run. Going to the 4th inning, Will Smith off to a good start in Tokyo. That's extra bases.
It's a great swing right there, pulling his hands inside, keeping the barrel inside the baseball and keeping the ball fair. It's just a great swing.
2 batters later, Jay here, it's Kike with a no-doubter.
Oh, mercy. They wanted that cutter away. It comes back inner half, and Kike Hernandez living la vida loca in Japan. Love this swing. That Clark Kent glasses right there, ever since he put those on, he's been a bad man.
2-run shot makes it 5-1. Dodgers had 7 hits in this game, 6 of them for extra bases.
I think he just wanted some seeds.
Bottom of the 4th, Luis Garcia comes into the game, making his Dodgers debut. And Happ, with 2 on, 2 out, drives it to left center.
It's really good. He's hitting that 2-0 pitch right there, getting a fastball, stays inside of it with 2 outs, picking up the RBI.
Garcia got 2 quick outs and then a couple base runners and a base hit.
But Suzuki with a, I don't know if I want to swing. Strikes out, top of the 5th. Shohei to the moon.
They call him the Big Show for a reason. Squares it up just over the wall. It does carry him off a fan back in play. They did check on it. It is a home run. Hands back, fires those hands. Nice squared swing right there. That'll almost hit the roof. That's a high hit. I want to know the launch angle of that. We're going to see that a little later. Great swing. You got to catch that if you're the fan.
100%. Bet you who would have caught that? Rodney Pete would have caught that.
Rodney had a glove.
Smart man. 6-2 Dodgers after the first of the year for the Big Show. Bottom of the inning, Jack Dreyer making his major league debut. Michael Busch strikes out for his first punch out. A couple batters later, Dansby Swanson, though, drives one to left, scores a run.
Yeah, that breaking ball, they wanted it down and in with 2 strikes and left it up in the zone. Swanson does not miss it.
So the Cubs answer with a run, 6-3. That's all they would get in that inning. As we go to the 7th, Andy Pages looking for his first knock of the year, and he gets it.
Yeah, that's a good piece of hitting right there. Staying down, staying through the ball, and a slider down the way. Good hustle, get to second base. Really well done right there.
Fans in Japan, they're so polite, but they were booing after Shohei was intentionally walked to get to Tommy Edman. Great play there by Shaw. Let's take a hit and an RBI
listen,
away.
Craig Counsell understands, but he's got a job to do.
Landon Knack comes into the game, gets Busch.
Landon Knack has been impressive since he's been called up. Showed last year, great breaking ball. He had a great cambio as well.
He did. Gets Shaw swinging for 1, 2, 3, 7th.
Yeah, 3 strikeouts in 2 innings. Great job.
Bottom of the 8th, it's Kirby Yates making his Dodger debut. Dansby can't catch up to that heater.
I tell you, when you have a fastball like that, kind of gets on a hitter to go along with that cambio too, tough to hit.
Pete Crow Armstrong.
That running cambio.
Swings through it, top of the 9th inning. Ryan Presley into the game. Shohei up there. One more at bat for the home folks. And it's ball 4.
I bet you one thing Presley was saying. Don't hang this. Don't hang this.
Bases loaded for Tommy Edman, but he hits into the 4-6-3. to end the inning. Ninth inning, bottom half. Alex Vesia gets Ian Happ to pop up. Nice play by Will Smith. In foul ground.
Always good to get that leadoff guy in the ninth.
Suzuki up there. Vesia fired up after that strikeout. Justin Turner pinch hitting, walks.
Justin Turner always give you a good at-bat.
Tying run at the plate, but Shaw hits one. How about the play by Miggy Rowe in the hole? And the stretch by Kike.
Great play there in the game right there.
Yes.
That's very few shortstops in the big leagues can do that, Jerry.
That's true.
Dodgers win it. 6-3 is the final. Landon Knack is credited with the win. Alex Vesia the save. Roki Sasaki allowed 1 run in his 3 innings in his major league debut. Struck out 3. Did issue those 5 walks. Shohei goes 1 for 3 with his first home run. Walked twice. Kike 1 for 3 with a home run and 3 RBIs. And speaking of Kike, with a no-doubter for his first home run of the year, he is standing by right now with Kirsten.
Kike, you guys are going to leave Tokyo now 2-0 on this season. What you all did, this atmosphere, the performance, just put it into words for me.
It was amazing. It was a kind of a once-in-a-lifetime experience. For me, it's my second time here, but getting to come here as a Dodger and as rookie, Yoshi and Shohei's teammate, it makes it a little more special. And I mean, it wasn't just only an incredible experience on the field, but of course off the field, you know, getting to explore Tokyo a little bit. And then of course I came here with my family, and for the first time in my daughter's life, she got to see snow this morning. So we got to build some amazing core memories, and this is a trip that I'll never forget.
We thought you would be in left field, of course, stepped in at first with Freddie Freeman being down. With the results you had kind of at first base, or results you had offensively, just how good are you feeling now heading back to the States to continue this regular season?
Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to play left, late line shift, but there's nothing new to me. I played first base the 2 exhibition games here. I played first game a couple times in spring training, so I feel pretty comfortable at first right now. And you know, getting that homer felt amazing. First hit in Japan, first homer in Japan, and I'm really looking forward to getting home, getting some rest, and then getting that opening week, which is going to be really special for us.
All right, well, congratulations on this one, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Whole country in awe.
There's an absolute tank. Right center field. It is off the wall. Okay, so the question is it fan interference?
After review, they're calling the field stands. Home run.
Yeah, like I said, an absolute tank.
That is our Carl's Jr. moments of the game. Shohei's absolute tank. It looked like this was an absolute tank. Not sure what was going on with the baseball there, Adrian, but it was far enough.
You know what? It really made it feel like an absolute tank. It looked like it was going to hit the roof. It looked like it was going to hit the back of the stands. And at the end of the day, it went over the fence. It was a home run, and it was a home run for Shohei in Tokyo. In Japan. It was amazing.
Perfect way to wrap up this Tokyo series for the Dodgers, Jerry. Since he was your called shot, we're going to let you do the Axis 360 breakdown.
I'm so thankful for this, Jonathan, because the big show put on a show. We're going to go Axis 360 and really break down this home run. He had the last game to do it. 2-game series. This is game 2. Needed to get this job done with the fastball center cut 2-strike hitting. Able to get enough of it. You see him kind of squint a little bit. He goes, I know I got it good, but the ball's not carrying it. It carries over the wall for the big fly. Outstanding concentration. Foot down, head behind the baseball. Gets extended. Exit velo. I had it at 121 miles an hour. The launch angle was at 62 degrees, John. That's really not ideal, especially when it's snowing there in Tokyo. That probably would have brought snow.
There's a roof.
But the heavy snow knocked that ball down. That's why it didn't travel as far. Congrats, Shohei Ohtani, going back home and getting that home run.
Yeah, I mean, I do think the snow and the cold weather from the outside could
Maybe
have.
that's what it was with all the baseballs.
Maybe that could affect the balls not carrying as much, because the players were saying that the ball wasn't carrying, and it typically does carry there in the summer.
All I know is the Dodgers are 2-0. Let's head to Tokyo right now and hear from the skipper, Dave Roberts. He's talking with the media.
You know, it's not surprising. Nothing Shohei does surprises me. And everyone here tonight came to watch Shohei perform and put on a show. And like Shohei does, he always seems to deliver. And it was a great moment for everyone for him to hit a home run here at the Tokyo Dome.
Today's contest, Sasaki through the third inning. How'd you pull him out? And you just finished playing 2 games at the Tokyo Series 2025. How do you evaluate the 2 games? I mean, not only the game stay, but also the entire stay here in Tokyo, about a week.
I think for me tonight, it was pretty easy in the sense that throughout spring training, he's only pitched 4 innings. And given there was an increase in velocity all night tonight, there was a lot of stress in the last couple innings. And we have a long season, and I want to make sure that we protect him and he continues to build up.
And Dave, just kind of getting back to Roki, just that third inning there, just how impressive is that to maybe not have his best stuff as far as command through more balls and strikes, to get that strikeout with the 4-seamer, then use that slider to get out of that inning to punch out Shaw?
Just the way he responded in that situation when he didn't have his best command tonight, I just think it speaks to how competitive he is. And that was a pivotal part of the game. And he's just such a great competitor. And you know, we'll stretch him out, but I think that even when he didn't have his best stuff early, and I think, again, I think a lot of it is emotions, but it speaks to how competitive of a great competitor that he can make pitches when he needed to make pitches.
Adrian, he was so good at this all season long in 2024. First shot out of the gate in 25. He was a lot better than you. Just speaking facts here.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go with, you know, one of the postseason heroes. He has a lot of pop from the right side. He can get on top of a fastball. Justin Steele, we know he has a, you know, a high-riding fastball. Tommy Edman, let's go.
All right.
Get on top of that fastball. Hit a linea left field. Let's go.
I mean, it's one thing to call your shot, Adrian, but the precision with which you were able to call your shot tonight with the pitch, where it was going left field, everything about it, you nailed it.
I mean, you know, when you know a thing or two about the game of baseball and the matchups and the swing paths, you kind of get to see what could happen. Obviously, you don't know that it's going to happen, but, you know, Tommy Edman can get on top of a fastball, and Justin Steele likes to throw high fastballs. So, you know, he struck out with the high fastball first at bat. I was like, okay, keep throwing it up there. We'll see what happens. Second at bat, boom, here you go.
All right, well, speaking of that, boom, here we go. Let's go Access 360, and Adrian is going to break it down.
Yeah, let's break it down. I mean, we right here, you know, we got Tommy Edman. Justin Steele kept challenging him with the high fastball. He got it in a place where we know Tommy Edman can get to it, and he got the barrel to the ball on top of it, is able to get that barrel there. And you can see right here how his hands, the path stays so flat on top of the zone. That's why he's able to get to the top of that fastball. 75.4 miles an hour on that bat speed. That is perfect right there. Path. I mean, you're talking about everything. And the thing I like about consistency is 75.4 miles an hour. 75 degrees of wiper on the celebration. You know, just really doing a great job right there all around. Just great job, Tommy Edman. We know what he can do from the right side there.
Jerry, don't let your feelings get hurt. You called your shot as well, but he was just more precise with his.
I was precise too, but you guys edited it out, you know, in the pregame. I said it, but you guys edited it out some kind of way. But you know what? Listen, congrats. Tommy Edman, I'm being real right here. Tommy Edman's right-handed swing is as good as it gets, man. Yeah. He gets back short to the ball and then long through it. Textbook, especially he's not a big guy. He's not 6'3", 6'4". He does everything right. So if you're a kid coming up, learning how to play, learning how to hit, watch Tommy Edman swing, because you can do a lot of things right with that swing. You cover a lot of pitches. That high fastball, which is probably the toughest pitch to cover in the big leagues, the high riding fastball, he does it effortlessly. So listen, you're right, Gonzo. This was the guy, especially against Steele, and yeah, he rewarded you with that called shot.
Yes, he did.
From the right side, he's a little bit like Shohei Ohtani with the way and the frequency that he hits bombs.
And then with Shohei, like when we talk about, you know, kind of the mystique around him, like a lot of guys put up big numbers, but how much does just that ability to deliver on command, do you think, kind of contribute to his popularity and kind of the way, you know, the stature he has in the game right now?
I know Shohei puts his pants on just like we all do, one leg at a time. But if there's ever a superhero, I think Shohei just seems like a superhero. And in the biggest of games or the biggest of moments, he seems to always deliver.
Dave, thank you for everything this week. Really appreciate it. Will, thank you as well.
Last thing I want to say is to the city of Tokyo and the country of Japan, on behalf of the Dodgers and Major League Baseball, we just want to say thank you because you guys were all such great hosts, and hopefully we put on a good show, so thank you.
And we heard Kike Hernandez talking about it earlier, saying this was really an experience for a lifetime, something they'll always remember. Jerry, I know we weren't there, but what were some of your biggest takeaways from this last week for this club in Tokyo?
I love, first of all, Tokyo did an incredible job just watching from afar. The show they put on just at the Tokyo Dome, acknowledging the past greats that played in Japan and they came over here to the United States to play in the big leagues. You see all of them right there. They're on the Dodgers and Cubs, having that collective photo. It meant a lot to these players to acknowledge the former players that came before them. They did just such a great job. And both sides, the Cubs and the Dodgers organization, just said that they did an incredible job representing their culture, which is very important.
Yeah, representing the culture is so important. And for me, to just, you know, having everybody be able to see the culture of Japan, and you know, we're going to get to see a lot of the videos in the upcoming weeks through the shows that we all get to see here, especially here on Sportsnet and Spectrum. The streets, the food, like the players going through them being able to live through this, that is just such an incredible experience for them. And you know, if anybody hasn't been to Japan, it's a really incredible place to be. It's one of the best countries in the world, and for them to be able to be there, and like you said, Jerry, for them to acknowledge all the greats of all time, you know, it was just an incredible week, and you know, baseball does a really good job with these series. You know, it started in Australia, you know, and it's just it's a lot of fun.
Well, here's the thing. Listen, we all love the game of baseball. Here's something that's important. I know there's been a few people just in the Twitter world saying, well, why don't they open up the season in the United States? Because it is America's pastime, which it is. This is America's pastime, but it's become a global game. Never at any point in the history of our game has the game been more popular. Stats show it and prove it. So it's a great thing that we start in Australia. We've played in Mexico City, Korea last year, and Japan. It is a global game. I'm just so glad that the world is getting a chance to see it. Trust me, we play enough games here in the States so we can appreciate it. So listen, it was great for the game, great for baseball that we started in Tokyo this year.
These two games are not going to take anything away from the home opener for the Dodgers coming up a week from Thursday. Only 3 innings for Roki Sasaki in his Major League debut, but he showed a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, he did. Obviously, the fastball at 100 miles an hour. Here's a 99 to get in Suzuki right there. It was a 3-2 pitch. Outstanding movement on the fastball. Here, outstanding splitter / forkball. Freezes Shaw right there. Wiping him out. Great pitch right there. And getting Ian Happ on this splitter, yes, it's a walk, but the command was an issue. He did issue 5 free passes. That can happen. What I loved about this, you know, he was able to limit the damage, okay? The fastball's there. The breaking ball is there. All his pitches are there. Command is an issue at this stage of his career, but he will clean it up. Here's that slider. Everything a superstar wants as far as pitching, he possesses. Great fastball at 100 miles an hour, outstanding forkball / split and slider. I think it was just a little amped up, and a little rightfully so. His first big league start in Tokyo, but everything is there. He has the makeup of a superstar. He'll clean it up for his next start.
Yeah, 100%. I think, you know, one of the things is that we talked about nerves, but we never talked about adrenaline. And I think the adrenaline got the best of him going into the 2nd and the 3rd inning, which could happen because he gets the nerves, you get those bugs. You know, he has a quick first inning, so he's like, okay, I got this. He goes out there, and all of a sudden he loses it from the adrenaline. There's too much adrenaline. He can't control his command. He can't control his mechanics. So I think it was just a matter of adrenaline. But overall, we saw the stuff. The stuff is really, really incredible.
All right, let's get Roki's thoughts on his Major League debut. He's talking right now with the media.
What was the biggest difference of experiencing an MLB game for the first time?
日本で投げたので、
I pitched here in Japan, so it is difficult for me to explain. Well, although it's like an international match, but moreover, this is such a fantastic environment that I faced against the great hitters, and I pitched pretty much what I wanted, so I'm pleased what I did.
Atmosphere against really good Major League hitters, I think was a really good experience.
I believe we have Tommy here, so one more in English. If there is one, okay. We'll finish with Fabian, and then Tommy will come in.
especially in these first few starts for you in the big leagues, like what are you looking to sort of see and sort of learn from yourself and from facing that sort of competition, sort of feel like that you are progressing and sort of developing the way that you kind of want?
最初の世界の相談の中で自分で何を学びたいか何を習得したいか。
まあ自分
Yes. What I have, like fastball or four seam or the splitters, I'd like to see how they react. And the more innings I throw, I'm sure that I'm gonna have my weakness or my weak point that I'm gonna have to adjust. So these are the things I'd like to go face and adjust.
Dodgers now will come home. They got a few days off before kicking off the annual Freeway Series exhibition against the Angels, hosting the Halos at Dodger Stadium at 5 p.m. on Sunday. Then they'll head down the 5 to Angel Stadium for the other two games Monday and Tuesday. Jerry, what are the players going to look to be getting out of these final three practice games before that home opener?
Well, listen, trying to get back into their regular routine. Back in the States, I think that's what they're going to be looking for. Getting some at-bats. Hopefully Freddie Freeman can get some at-bats. Mookie Betts as well. Staying healthy, get ready for the home opener.
Yeah, getting back to your home routine. You know, the meals, the cage work, everything that you're used to doing when you're at Dodger Stadium and then Anaheim on the road, those are the things that you're looking forward to doing.
What a great trip it was for the Dodgers to Japan. You saw Shohei Ohtani waving to the fans. The Dodgers sweep the two-game series over the Cubs, and they do it without Mookie Betts, without Freddie Freeman. It'd be nice to have both of those guys back for the Freeway Series. For Jerry, Adrian, and Kirsten, I'm John. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Sunday, pregame at 4 o'clock.
大谷翔平選手は宣言通りこの東京開幕シリーズで見事にホームランを放ちましたね。フェンス際ギリギリの打球でしたが、打球が上がった瞬間誰もが言ったと思えるほどの高々と舞い上がった打球は判定の結果もホームランとなりました。佐々木朗希投手も四死球ごと少しコントロールに苦しんでいましたが、それでも初球の160キロを見た瞬間しびれましたね。2回以降少し球速は落ちていましたが、それでも最速163キロの強し速球を投げ込む姿はメジャーでの成功を予感させてくれましたね。鈴木誠也選手は2試合を通じヒットを打つことができませんでしたが、日本人選手5名が開幕戦を飾ることは本当に素晴らしい瞬間でした。日曜日の試合まで少し間は空きますが、そこからついに本格的にシーズンが始まると思うと本当にワクワクします。大谷翔平選手の今シーズンのホームラン記録は皆さんどこまで伸びると思いますか？ぜひコメント欄で予想を教えてくださいね。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。